Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the Swish cards from worst to best here in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if y'all haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. Uploading every single day, multiple MyTEAM videos daily, despite the fact the game kind of sucks. I get it, but we're out here being consistent. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Just hit 32K. Appreciate all y'all's support. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's talk about this set. So, as I have the last couple weeks, I'm only ranking from Diamond up, mainly because those are the only cards that are really worth using. Although I will say real quickly, both Sapphire Cam Reddish and Ruby Michael Ray Richardson are elite salary cap cards. In fact, both of them might even be better than the worst Diamond, but I didn't rank them in this video. But I will say both those guys are really good cards for salary cap. Reddish is a good shooter, good dunker, versatile defender. Just does a lot of things well at the shooting guard position with a good player build, good defender, all that type of stuff. And then Michael Ray Richardson is an elite defensive point guard who's 6'5", has a very smooth jumper. Yes, his 3-ball rating is low, but he's got a very good jump shot and he's a versatile, really good defensive PG. So again, those two guys are both very solid cards for salary cap, but I'm not ranking them in this video. With that being said, let's hop into the worst diamond. We got 6 pink diamond and opals and then 3 diamonds to rank. And the worst diamond is Rick Smits. I understand that he's 7'4", but this card stinks. He's got a 94 offense, 86 defense. Here's the problem, y'all. 26 3-ball. That's just not going to cut it. I don't care. It's just not going to cut it. That is not a good enough 3-ball to ever be really put on the court at this point in the year. You combine that with 55 speed. I don't care that he's 7'4". He's way too slow and he can't shoot at all. Now, I'm sure if he gets a card later this year, like an Opal or a Dark Matter or something in March and gets some really good card, at that point, that'll be a beast of a card. Super tall, big. He'll be more affordable than some of the other giant bigs. Like, that card will be really good, but as of right now, Diamond Rick Smits, a total inability to shoot and a lack of speed makes him a pretty close to unusable card in my team. Number 8 is going to be this Mo Williams card, who's also not very good. A 6'1" point guard who can't dunk. Yes, he's got a high 3-ball. Yes, but even his defense isn't very good. He's got terrible interior and perimeter-wise isn't elite. He's fast and he can shoot, and that's about it. Does have good Hoff shooting badges, but as a whole, a total lack of interior defense and a total lack of dunking, and honestly, a lack of perimeter defense as well, makes this Mo Williams card still pretty darn bad, and he's definitely number 8. Now, we take a step up at number 7. Then the best diamond from today's set by far is this David West. Now, I get he's still not an unbelievable card, but he's a much more versatile guy. He could shoot the ball well, has a nice release, 85 standing and 75 driving dunk. Decent defender, 90 interior, 80 block, 79 perimeter, 88 rebounding, 80 speed and agility, 78 vert, 95 strength, 90 stamina. Still not unbelievably good. He's not super athletic nor an incredible defender, but he's got good badges all the way around. A very smooth release, half set shot. Solid card. He's not a bad budget power forward. Still a very affordable diamond, and definitely not a terrible card, but I will say he is not elite either, although I'm sure he's less than freaking 640 KMT probably at this point. Like, very affordable. Definitely a decent little budget power forward, but not a great card in my team. Now, we move on to the pink diamonds and the opals, and I do believe that the worst of these 6 cards, number 6 in the set, is actually Galaxy Opal Jaylen Brown. The reason that I say that, his jumper is bad and his fade is bad. He doesn't really do anything at an elite level offensively besides slash. His SIGs aren't amazing. They're not bad. He is a very good finisher. Yes. He's a very versatile defender. Yes. He's got great speed, all that type of stuff. A lot of good badges. But here's the honest truth about Jaylen Brown. The jumper's not very good, and his movement isn't great, and he doesn't have much SIGs. So when it comes to top tier shooting guards, Jaylen Brown is just not at that level. I was honestly pretty disappointed by this card when I did gameplay with him. Thought he'd be better than he is. And Jaylen Brown is definitely a disappointing option in my team. Now, number 5 is going to be Joe Dumars. Really nice little budget point guard. I would think this card, he's not going to be quite a buyout just because pink diamonds aren't really buyouts yet, but he's not going to be far off of it either. In fact, he might actually end up being a buyout. I wouldn't be totally shocked if he does wind up being a buyout. Now, I assume he's not a buyout right now, but we can check and see just to make sure. No, he's not. Okay. But point being, he does a lot of things well. Now, I understand he's undersized the point guard position a little bit at 6'3", but he's a very good defender. He's got a very smooth jump shot, can dunk the ball decently. Really versatile defender, has high interior as well, which is nice. Good strength for a PG, all that. He's a really solid card, has Hoff shooting badges and Hoff challenger, pick dodger, glove, or on-ball menace. Like, defense and shooting is really, really nice, having multiple good shooting Hoffs and defensive Hoffs. And I think he can hold his own size-wise enough as well to make him a very solid point guard option, and definitely not a bad option at all for what his price is likely going to end up as. Now, the 4th best card in this drop is actually the other opal, Chris Webber. I don't think this card is that great either. Now, I get he's a solid card. He's a good shooter. He's very athletic. can handle the ball a little bit. Very solid defensive card all the way around perimeter and interior. Great rebounder. Like, he's good at the 4. Don't get it wrong. Very, very vast, all that type of stuff. Super solid all around badges, 29 base badges. Like, he's a stud of a card. But again, he's too expensive. His jumper's not elite. He's not a bad card by any means. He's very, very solid, but I don't think he's an unbelievably elite top tier option either by any means at the power forward position at this point. There's a lot of good power forwards. This Weber card is very good, but every card left in this drop is very good. So we're putting C-Web at number 4. Number 3, it's going to be Richard Jefferson. This card is much, much, much better than I thought he was going to be in my team. I'm not going to lie to y'all. He is really, really solid. His jumper is much improved this year. Larry Bird's upper still isn't great, but his base is much better than I thought. I saw gameplay with him earlier, and I'm also going to do gameplay with this card. In fact, it might even be out by the time y'all see this video, but if not, y'all, I'll have gameplay with him tomorrow. Either way, he's really, really good. Should not be slept on at all at the shooting guard position. 6'7", 98 offense and defense. He's got a very high 3-ball, 95 driving dunk. Now that he's got a good jumper as well, it makes him a really good offensive card. And defensively, he's nice and versatile. Good perimeter, good interior, great speed, agility, vert. 84 strength is super solid. Off poster, slippery challenger, off his physical finisher and set shot specialist. 26 total base badges is super duper solid. Wish he had Hoff on ball menace, I will say, but overall he's a pretty complete, pretty darn solid card at the shooting guard position. Definitely a top 5-ish shooting guard in the game, like borderline top 5. Really solid card in my team. Number 2, LaMelo Ball is 6'7" point guard, does everything well, but his SIGs aren't great. That's the biggest thing. He's got a high 3-ball. He's a decent dunker, 94 ball handle, solid all-around defender. Realistically, this card is pretty similar to guys like Shea, Cade Cunningham, other cards like that who kind of do everything well but aren't really truly primary shot creators or anything like that. I do think this LaMelo is very, very solid, though. His jumper's super fast. He is going to be solid defensively. He's got a 99 pass interception tendency as well, which is nice. Bunch of good offensive Hall of Fame badges. Solid card, and he does come with a decent amount of badges, even on silver and bronze with defensively. So gives him a good amount of badge slots to play with since he's got 28 base badges. So if you add things like post lockdown, brick wall, immovable paint patroller, he's going to have pretty much every single important badge in the game. And I think LaMelo is a really, really good all-around point guard option. Although I will say I'm not sure I'd be paying close to $1 million MT for him. I do not think he is worth that type of price. And then the same can be said for the best card in this drop, Kristaps Porzingis, the second best center in the game after Wemby. I did already do gameplay with him. He is a dog, no doubt about it. 93 3-ball, 90 standing and 80 driving dunk, has a really good jump shot. He's a versatile defender, great rebounder, good enough speed, 80 speed, 82 agility, 80 vert, 88 strength. I think he's a beast. I think his jumper's elite. I think he's solid defensively. I think he can finish on the inside pretty well. 24 base badges is not bad at all either. You add just a couple badges like break starter, immovable, slippery off ball, and then the last couple badges kind of up to you. You could add lightning launch, I would add off ball pest maybe. Could add on ball menace if you want to switch him out on the perimeter a little bit. Like, super solid card. Definitely slept on, and well, not slept on, but definitely I think more worth the price than LaMelo is, considering. Looks like he's going to be 600K or so when he settles. Maybe a little more expensive than that. Might be 700. But either way, I do think he's going to be a really good card. Definitely would not sleep on KP in the slightest. And he is right there with the very best big men in my team. No doubt about it. With that being said, that is this week's drop. No absolute must-have cards. Even the best cards on this list have very comparable cards that are already out in the game, but a lot of very good cards in today's drop, and definitely some guys you could consider adding to your lineup, especially guys like Dumars, Richard Jefferson, who are going to be less expensive, might be really good buys from this weekend's drop. With that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.